What's going on, folks? Ted from Immersion here. It is officially 5 p.m. on Sunday, so GenCon has closed. Now, there may still be some games and things happening there, but for the most part, the convention hall is closed and it's all over. So, what did I think? This is going to be this is kind of my day 4 vlog, if you will. So, it was still crowded on a Sunday, but not nearly. It was, significantly less crowded. I was easily able to walk around. She didn't get any food today. Well, I had a little breakfast before, and I should get something to eat now. Anyway, so what did I do today? What was it about? It was networking. This is the stack of business cards and folks that I met with today to talk about for a variety of different things. We talked about going to see Monster Fight Club in a live stream yesterday. I went to visit them. They were nice enough to hook me up with one of their tree sets. This is their Verdant Forest Set. So they make tree-based terrain and all sorts of other kinds of terrain. They're actually, I learned today, I spoke a lot with the creator and the founder, and he actually used to work for Gale Force 9, founded Gale Force 9 about 22 years ago, and I sold it about 6 years ago. So there's obviously a pedigree there for sure. So that was really cool that they were able to hook me up, and they said, let me know when do your video, let me know when the video goes live, and we can work on some future stuff together, which was pretty cool. I went to so eBay had a booth there, which I mentioned I thought was a little weird. But I met with some of the guys from eBay, and I told them I have a long history with eBay. I first started buying stuff on eBay in like 2002-ish. So I was a huge eBay nut growing up, and back to the point where I used to go to post office to buy money orders because I didn't have a credit card and nobody had PayPal or anything. So I used to do it all with money orders. That's cool. They gave me a cool eBay dragon mask, which I thought was pretty neat. And I got a cool this eBay GenCon card, right? And they had special Post Malone Pokemon cards and stuff. And I got some eBay coupons and the guys' cards and stuff, which is pretty cool. So my friends at Cobalt Press hooked me up with a couple things to do some reviews on, and they said they want to continue to work together. So I picked up I got a copy from them of Deep Magic, which is their sort of advanced magical stuff. If we take a look at the back here, 700 new and revised spells, 19 divine domains from the beer domain to mountain and speed to winter, 13 new wizard specialties such as the elementalist and the timekeeper, 6 new sorceress origins, 3 otherworldly patrons, expanded treatments for familiars, and much more. So this is one I just did, I pretty much have backed every Kickstarter that Cobalt Press has done. This one just went under my radar. And they also hooked me up with the Warlock Grimoire as well. So again, this is more fantasy, dark fantasy, mystery kind of stuff for 5e. So obviously I'll be reading through these and probably making videos in the near future. But they also wanted to talk about, and they very much liked the content that I did for the Tome of Heroes. So if you're unfamiliar with that, I did a video for the Tome of Heroes Kickstarter for them, and I actually had exclusive material for that. So they gave me exclusive art assets and exclusive information ahead of time, and they really want to continue that relationship going forward with whatever I see they have coming out on the horizon. They want to provide me with exclusive stuff so that when people come to watch my videos, they'll get to learn something about the Kickstarter or whatever the product is that you wouldn't be able to learn anywhere else. And that, to someone like me who covers news and things like that, that's invaluable to me, to be able to provide the news first before anybody else. That's exactly the kind of stuff that you want. So that was super exciting. I also went to visit 1985 Games, who I had also covered one of their Kickstarters, and they hooked me up with a couple of things. So they gave me the Hell and High Water. This is sort of their sea and lava maps and stuff. They also gave me some battle maps. So we have an ocean battle map here and a lava-based battle map, which is awesome. So again, these are nice, high-quality wet dry erase that are flat pack, and this has got a ton of maps in it, so I can keep these. These are great for if you're on the run, if you're going out to go places to do this, and you don't want to carry boxes of terrain or rolled up maps. These fit nice and small, and they're easy to use. They also hooked me up with their deck of stories, the full pack as well as the NPC pack. So this is something that I'm super interested to give it a shot and do some reviews on this. So right here on the back, it says, write a legendary adventure in 15 minutes. The deck of stories is a tool for every storyteller. Find inspiration whether you're working on a creative writing project or your favorite RPG. Each card features easy-to-use story prompts, complete with tips on how to use them. Use one or more and build your adventures in minutes. So these look like these could be really fun. we can play around them. We maybe do like a live stream, kind of build like a mini campaign with this. I think that could be fun. Let's see. What other stuff did I do today? I went and talked to GUI Cube, right? So GUI Cube is a company that makes all sorts of products for like adventure modules and stuff. The way I heard them described is like sort of like a Beetle and Grimm, where you buy a box set and get stuff, but much more affordable. So we're gonna check that out. That's Monster Fight Club. But I have some codes from folks at D&D Beyond for like a Dungeon Master's Guide, and I think a set of their specific dice. So we're probably going to do that. I talked to Renegade Game Studios about getting early access to the Power Rangers RPG to do reviews and maybe even live plays on it. So hopefully more to come from that. Let's see. What do we got here? From some board game stuff. I don't know what this one is. Miniature Monthly, the ultimate painting. Oh, these are people who do miniature painting. A fan who's actually an artist gave me their card as well, so I'm gonna see if check out their art. There's some folks from D&D Beyond and Describe, and then WizKids. I also met with some of the folks from Monster Minis. These are the folks that make these sort of high bulk quality minis, or bulk minis. And now they started going into terrain. So if you're familiar, you've probably seen them on Amazon. They're called like Monster Minis, and you can buy like the big box of like the all gray minis, and they have some that are colored as well. And I did a review on them when I also did the Waffle Maker giveaway a long time ago. So I went and visited them because they have actual terrain that kind of looks Minecraft style. And there's part of the live stream I did today, so I went to talk to them. They said they would definitely hook me up with some stuff to do reviews on that, which is pretty exciting. So lots of interesting review content. And what I like most about this is these are a variety of different price tiers, right? So we have things that are like flat 2D terrain, like the Dungeon Craft stuff. By the way, Dungeon Craft and 1985 Games did say they would be, they want to continue to work to continue to provide me materials to do and reviews on as more of their stuff comes out. So that's exciting. That's just more content that writes itself. And I guess I should also say that for those of you who obviously like my more thought-provoking content videos and the top 10s and the going back and visiting older editions and stuff like that, I love doing that. I absolutely do. But I think it's unknown at this point that I do put out content a little bit faster and a little bit more frequently than a lot of other channels. And which is fine. I love doing that. I'm not changing that at all. But occasionally, it's nice to sort of be able to almost turn my brain off and not have to think about all this kind of stuff. So I love doing interviews because the content writes itself. I love doing unboxings and reviews because those are reactionary. So what you're seeing a lot of times when I'm doing these is I'm unboxing, I'm opening it up, I'm looking at it, and I'm giving you my reaction to it based on my experience and things like that. And those videos, in my mind, are some of the easiest for me to make because I don't have to think about what I'm going to do ahead of time. Now, I've told you guys before, I don't script my videos. Everything is kind of off the cuff and I just go. But if it's something about like I'm doing a character build or I want to talk about something that I learned about from the Dungeon Master's Guide or something like that, there's a thought process and I want to make sure that I try to hit all of the key points on it. Whereas if I'm just going to be talking about the deck of stories, I can open up the deck of stories and talk about it as, whatever I find out, we'll talk about it as we go through. So that content makes it easier for me to make faster content because it writes itself. So I just wanted to put that out there for folks hearing about me doing a lot more unboxings and reviews. It's obviously not going to take away stuff, and Wild Beyond the Witchlight coverage starts Tuesday, right? Midnight Tuesday. Once it's on D&D Beyond, the coverage will start. So I just wanted to kind of clear the air on that and let you guys know that that's why I love doing this. But I also like to showcase, from what I would consider myself, like an everyman, like ground tier D&D person. I try to make things approachable and feel like they're genuine because they are. My reactions to things, the way I feel about stuff, giving you an honest opinion about how I feel about this, which is why I like having things like this, right? So this is much more affordable, right? Dungeon Craft is there's a ton of stuff in here. There's 880 game pieces inside this box, and this is obviously again for water-based and lava-based stuff, but it's hell and high water. That's the whole thing. But this is for folks who might want to step things up above hand-drawn maps or no maps at all. They want to have something that's pretty affordable, and you have a lot of options. And then there's things like this, right? There's the monster minis that I was talking about. That's a little felt kind of Minecraft, almost like Lego like, but that's a little bit cheaper. You've got stuff like this. You have things like Warlock tiles. You have Dwarven Forge. So I want to try to cover a price range so that I can give you guys a little bit if you're looking to do unpainted, high quality sprue minis, painted, all that stuff. So if you're looking to add resources and tools to your game, to whether you think that it makes them more immersive or you just have all these cool minis and you want to show them off, what tools can you have? So I also met with a couple other map makers there as well. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of different map resources to show you all as well. And then I think that is it. Yeah, so that was it, guys. Gen Con was an absolute blast. It was a little bit of a bummer to not see some of the mainstays. For example, Dwarven Forge was not at the show. Elderwood Academy was not at the show. These are two friends of the channel that I often go and visit, hang out with, and we geek out about stuff. Not to have a bunch of my personal friends, right? Like, since I started coming to Gen Con, I've been here with the Venture Maidens, right? We've been hanging out, and we've always been going out and doing everything together. And, they're good friends of me and the channel, and I met them at my first Gen Con, so, like, that was a huge deal, and they're not here, and that's a bummer to me. It's not to say that I didn't see a bunch of my other friends and make a bunch of new friends, because that's true, right? I knew the Start Playing folks beforehand. We worked together. I spent the past 3 nights out at bars having a blast with the folks from Start Playing. And, now I would consider them good friends, the whole team, which was awesome. So, like, it definitely had its benefits. And I'm going tonight to a meetup with Mage Hand Press, Hit Point Press, a whole bunch of folks. So I'm excited to go do that as well, right? That'll be a fun little time and get some more networking in. But it's a bummer to not see your friends there. So I will be at PAX Unplugged in December. It's the second week in December, and I hear that a lot of folks that are not attending or did not attend Gen Con will be attending PAX Unplugged. At least that's what I heard months ago or recently. So I'm hopeful that I'll be there. I'll be bringing you more content on a press badge, as I typically do. So I'm hoping, I'll be able to have more interviews and more fun stuff to talk about. And you guys seem to love the live streams of me walking around the con, as well as these vlog-style videos. So if this is a thing that we like, when I go to other conventions like PAX Unplugged, this is things we can do. I've heard of Gamehole Con. People are telling me I maybe should go to that. I don't think that's in the cards for this year, but maybe in the future Gamehole Con will be, but that's like in Wisconsin. So I would absolutely have to fly there. But I like Indy, and obviously Philly is right nearby, so I'm able to drive to those, no problem. PAX East as well. So who knows? Anyway, folks, thank you all so much for hanging out. All of you who came up to visit me in person, tell me your stories about, why you love Nerd Immersion, and it still is kind of just mind-blowing to me. Or what, we chatted a lot about how it was going at the show and things like that, what stuff you liked about the channel, and what stuff you'd like to see me bring back, or new things you think I could do. I really appreciate all that feedback, and it's just nice to get it in person. To everybody who wanted to take selfies with me, which again is still weird. Like, I'm not unused to having selfies taken, but it was usually because I was in costume, at a cosplay convention, dressed up as a Ghostbuster or something. People wanted to take pictures with me, not me because I'm Ted from Nerd Immersion. Which I also think would be wild to, like, bust out a costume at, like, PAX Unplugged just to do it, so that, like, there'd be, like, 2 different, like, audiences coming together. Plus, if I was walking around as a Ghostbuster at PAX Unplugged, everybody would know, like, oh, that's Ted. It'd be kind of funny. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a blast if you were here at Gen Con. If you're going to PAX Unplugged, I hope to see you there. And I'll see you all